Welcome to ChiNet, the Agentic Commerce podcast, where we learn how brands are building in an AI world. Ooh, yeah. Welcome to ChiNet, the Agentic Commerce podcast, where we learn how brands are building in an AI world. Ooh, yeah. Welcome to ChiNet, the Agentic Commerce podcast, where we learn how brands are building in an AI world. Ooh, yeah. Welcome to ChiNet, the Agentic Commerce.
Hello, everyone, and once again, a very warm welcome to ChiNet, the Agentic Commerce podcast exploring how brands are building in an AI world. I'm your host, Rachit Magan, and today we have a conversation I've been looking forward to for a while. Our guest today built brands for almost 19 years at the biggest at the biggest tech companies you could hear of, right? Dell, AMD, HPI, Yahoo, and more. Then in Feb last year, she made a call that most people in a stable corporate career always want to, but never make. She walked away from all of that to start her own D2C brand with a few lakhs in capital, a WhatsApp number for orders, and a Wix website. Now, till in the last 1 year, she's built Poptien, India's first protein popcorn, 10 grams of clean protein per serve, made in olive oil, no whey, no artificial ingredients, and some very interesting flavors like kimchi cheese, cocoa brownie, and all with monk fruit sweeteners. Now, Indian market is protein deficient. We all know that. There's a statistics that says that 73% of Indians are protein deficient. Um, we've seen a lot of shakes and bars, but she bet that the answer was not in another chalky shake or another protein bar. It was our most loved movie snack finally made to work harder. So today we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about what it actually costs emotionally, financially, operationally to bootstrap and a D2C brand in India in 2026. And I promise you, by the end of it, you will want a bag of protein popcorn. So let's call Razia to the stage. Um, Hello, Razia. A very warm welcome to ChiNet.
Hi Rachit, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm very well.
Great, great. Thank you so much for your time today to for our viewers. So, Razia, if I've tried to do justice to your backstory, but yeah, if you could give a short introduction, maybe something I've missed, maybe something you'd want to add.
No, I think firstly, thank you for having me. Super excited about the conversation that's gonna happen. But quick introduction. I think you've done it all. But I'm Razia Ali, based in Bangalore, founder CEO of Profuel Foods and Beverages, which is solving for addressing India's protein deficiency through fun and accessible snack and beverage formats. So that's who I am and what I do. And it's been a very uh, super early journey, but has come with a lot of learnings already and insights. But yeah, I mean, we're here with a mission, and we look forward to what the journey holds for us.
Super. Yeah, that's. I think the initial months or years are the hardest, right? Then things stabilize. So you're at exactly that point. So we'll talk about it. But so you were in a corporate ladder for almost 20 years, right? Working with one of the biggest technology brands, leading marketing for, I would say, one of the most iconic products in the tech space. Um, if you go back to the day you decided that, okay, I'll give in my papers and I'm not looking for another job, instead I'm building something of my own, what was the conversation you were having with yourself that day?
Well, interesting question. I don't think it was a conversation or a decision made over a day, but something that I've always aspired to and was working for at least a couple of years since building the foundational blocks that make me ready to kind of take this leap of faith. So, nothing, I mean, the whole excitement of building something that's close to my heart and that actually solves for a market gap. I think that excitement was enough for me to kind of just walk into the office, fix a date, and just go do it at my corporate. Walked away with a lot of best wishes, but yeah, it hasn't been that hard actually, because I've always wanted to be doing what I'm doing right now.
Wow, that's amazing. And yeah, the fact that you're saying that it's not been very hard is wonderful, which means that there's something which you're doing right for sure. And before Poptien, you started a community, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, that's right. In fact,
So what was?
that's where my love for food actually started. I am a founder and owner of a content community called the Blend Community on Instagram. It is a consumer creator content curation platform that I built in 2020 with a single vision to kind of bring back aspirational stories of entrepreneurs belonging to the F&B, fashion, and fiction spaces,
Mm-hmm.
and create a conversation between brands, creators, and consumers. But again, when I started it, it started with the sole mission to kind of help tell food founder stories better. This was, and there's a little backstory I would love to share. This is something I started on my couch one fine day in October 2020 as the world was just reeling under the effects of COVID phase one. Being a huge foodie, something that I thoroughly enjoyed was bonding over food experiences with friends and family. And when COVID happened,
Right.
I think that joy kind of got stripped away from a lot of us, and
Of
hospitality
course.
industry was the most hit with COVID. I was really missing that joy and fun. And when the phase one lifted, I really wanted to, get the excitement towards the food industry back. For people to start believing that it's okay to kind of step out and not give up on simple joys that food in general can offer to you, right? Uh,
Right.
Walked out of my home with my camera in hand, started meeting food restaurant founders in Bangalore, hearing their stories, how COVID had affected them, what was their backstory, why they started, what was their vision, and started telling their stories on this Instagram page, which was called Blend Community. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
gave certain passion, joy, and being a marketer at heart, I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. And fortunately for us, the page kind of built traction and we kind of grew to 30,000 followers in about a year.
Wow.
Kind of, ignited the fire in me that there's
Right.
probably something that I could be potentially doing right
Hmm.
by building brands and telling stories better, especially in the F&B space. So my interest in this category technically began way back in 2020 when I decided to start the Blend community.
Wow, wow. So, and it was, I think that's when the seed for you being an F&B founder was laid, and then you of course grew from that. And wow, that's pretty that's pretty cool. And this was the Blend community is an Instagram community,
Yes, it's an Instagram first community.
right?
We have built a community of almost 1,000 creators, more than 250 plus brands belonging in the F&B fashion and fiction
Hmm.
spaces. Yeah, I mean, the page is still active. We still do some solid work in the space of creator entrepreneurship. But
Wow.
yeah,
Amazing, amazing. And do you think that it, of course, it ignited your passion for the F&B space in that way, but do you think it's also one of the reasons that you starting this has been a bit easier? You have that community support versus if someone else starts this without that.
Absolutely. I mean, being having access to F&B founders, hearing their stories, understanding the nuances, creating content, especially around product lines. I think it kind of was the beginning of how my interest got ignited, right? Definitely speaking to a lot of passionate food entrepreneurs was the beginning of it all. So
Right.
it was subconsciously maybe accumulating knowledge and wisdom of what it takes to kind of be in the space of F&B.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I think just speaking to founders it does so much to you, much more than you can imagine. Right, like I've because of this podcast, I'm speaking to a lot of founders, people like you, and I get to hear so many motivational stories that in my I think overall my dopamine quotient has just risen, and like the overall motivation that I have towards my company is just much more versus what I had a year back, because I'm I'm in that community, I'm speaking to these founders. But yeah, that definitely helps. Razia, you've been a tech consumer marketing lead, and now you're the founder of a popcorn brand. How do you hold those two identities together? Which identity feels more like you? Was it the tech marketing lead, or was it the D2C founder?
Well, that's a tough question now that you put it that. Um, I would say I'm a bit of both, have always been.
Hmm.
Uh, Fortunately for me, I'm a person with a huge entrepreneurial mindset, and all the brands I worked at kind of helped me develop and execute that spirit at work. So, whether it was deploying that thought process, building technology brands from PCs to data centers to servers and printers, or whether it's a popcorn, I think it's the mindset, right? And whether I'm selling a
Hmm.
computer or a popcorn, what I dearly hold to my heart is to be doing right by the product and telling its story well, in a fashion that the consumers can relate to. So I would say it's not very much different. I still am a
Right.
person who kind of leverages both these identities very close to my heart. So you will see me cross pollinating my identities to the benefit of how I'm running the business currently.
Right. It's the experience from that personality which comes over here, and then you can, you know what it is to lead $1 million consumer brand, and then you apply that to your startup, and then yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I've been wondering. So I'll a quick background. So I think I was one of my team members was scrolling through Instagram, and then he saw protein popcorn. And I think we were not very sure of what it is. This was, I think, a couple of months back when we first spoke, and and I was like, wow, this is something different. I've never heard of something like that, right? Like we're seeing everything with, like, even Amul is now doing a lot of protein stuff, but yeah, but popcorn is something which is very different. Um, how did you land on that format, and do you think you have a gap somewhere which the other, like the entire FMCG industry has missed?
Well, it didn't happen that one fine day we woke up and we said we want to make protein popcorn. A lot of market research and insights were tapped into. Uh, Once I begun and incorporated Profuel foods and beverages, and I was clear in my head in terms of what the mission and the problem statement we'll solve for, and we picked protein as a niche because it's a huge challenge and opportunity both in a market like India. I was also very sure that I did not want to build for another protein shake or a protein bar because the market is inundated with a lot of existing brands. So it
Right.
was important for me to spend enough time understanding product formats that kind of can come close to making uh, Indian consumers at large understand the importance of protein and feel like it's not an effort or a compromise they have to make by consuming protein, right? Traditionally, protein is looked as a supplemental format, which can only be fulfilled through protein shakes and bars, and so on and so forth. So, I would say these product categories haven't really done the job of penetrating to the deeper parts of the consumer landscape. And if you look at a consumer's habitual snacking patterns, packaged snacks was a big category, right? 60,000
Right.
crore plus growing TAM, and there's no stopping to it. I think the era of consumers understanding that they need to up their ante on going for or reaching out for better for you snacks was a phenomena and awareness wave that COVID has brought in a lot of us. So it was about building a snack, but building a better for you, clean, healthy format of snack that a consumer can enjoy without really compromising on taste or having the guilt of having one, right? So for us,
Hmm.
the construct in which we wanted to build a product line was very clear. And then we kind of researched a lot into the different formats of snacking that are dear to Indians at heart.
Right.
And yeah, and we stumbled upon popcorn as a category, which is primarily known as a time pass and indulge into very wide spectrum perceptions, right?
Right.
And that's where I realized there's potentially something we can build here because popcorn being healthy was an unknown, ideology, and
Right.
it was great opportunity as well as thoroughly challenging as well, because if you do anything wrong with a format that's absolutely loved by one and all, just by making it healthy, you can terribly fail at it, right? So
Absolutely.
that's when, once we've identified the product format, a lot of research has gone into identifying ingredient, recipe, the nutritional R&D, and D, and so on and so forth. And I must tell you that before we finalized on maize or corn, which is what we use for making popcorn, we kind of did a lot of trials with alternate grain formats, right?
Hmm.
Amaranth. We tried to pop them all to see are they like anywhere closer to how we get a mouthfeel of popcorn, but unfortunately none of them came closer to popcorn. And that's when we decided, okay, we're going to stay with corn as a grain. Now the whole work is really around how do we retain the ingredient goodness. Corn is by nature a gluten-free, non-GMO grain, so there's nothing
Right.
wrong about as a grain. So the whole work was really around the flavor strategy, the ingredient strategy to make it the cleanest possible snack, right? While retaining or delivering taste at the core of it.
Right.
That's how at popcorn really, and because we are a protein forward company, Profuel's mission is to deliver protein forward products. The next level of work was really around how do we infuse protein into popcorn. If you look at 99% of the brands in the market today, the protein snack markets,
Right.
most of protein is infused through whey, right? Whey isolates, whey powders. And whey is not a very palatable ingredient for a lot of
Right.
Indians. Issues like indigestion, bloating, so on and so forth. So we had a challenge which we kind of turned into an opportunity. We said, hey, we want to make a protein snack, but we don't want to use whey. Now, how do we do it?
Hmm.
So then we started looking at a lot of ingredient lists that kind of are naturally protein rich, right? And also the cleanest form of proteins apart from whey were the plant protein sources. So we kind of used a permutation combination to arrive at our product IP right now, which is what Poptien is based on. So we are 100% zero way brand. We only use natural and plant protein sources as the protein blend in our product. So yeah, that's how protein
Hmm.
popcorn happened. And I'm glad you shared this story about your team member uh, spotting us. But it also worked in our favor, right? So when we went to market and we use this word, India's first protein popcorn, I kind of, it gave us an advantage also, because it was
Right.
an unheard category. People were already keen to know what it was. But it did give you that first mover advantage, and all we had to do was deliver a great product with the promise of taste and nutrition, and we knew we had a
Right.
winner.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in general, if you're doing something different, like a different format, then of course it sometimes, like, you look at it and you're like, oh wow, this is something different. Let's give it a try. But how? So I've seen. So there's also, if you buy any of these premium popcorns from the market, right? They taste very different. Like your like the PVR popcorns, and like the packaged premium popcorns which come. Um, why do they taste so different from something which you make at home?
Okay. Great question. I think all of us have grown up eating popcorns as a movie favorite, and then slowly it kind of crept into our daily routines with ready to cook options, right? Two reasons for that. One is the popcorns that we all eat are primarily built with a taste first approach. What it means
Hmm.
is flavor comes first and nutrition kind of takes a backstage. All they were built to deliver was supreme taste and addictive ingredients in the form of your additives, preservatives, and a whole
Right.
lot of, which kind of make it difficult for you to stop at one, right? And even if you look at the kind of sodium and sugar levels, depending on the flavors that the popcorn come in, they are extremely high in terms of what a typical serving of popcorn should ideally be using. But that's why you feel, I call them commercialized popcorn. I mean, they were designed to be like that. And Poptien is everything that a commercial popcorn is not, which is a nutrition first approach, no compromise in taste, and protein at the core of its delivery.
Hmm.
Having said that, that doesn't mean that we made our product boring. We had to really work doubly harder on our flavor innovations, hence. Right? If you
Hmm.
really look at the kind of flavors that Poptien has right now, we are right now an assortment of 4 flavors: kimchi cheese, herby zing, cocoa brownie, and peanut butter. Again, pick up any snack brand in the market today. These are flavors that you won't hear
Hmm.
from any except Poptien, right? So it was very important, and we spent a considerable time researching about flavor trends, especially keeping Gen Z at the core of it. How are the
Right.
taste patterns of the users evolving in the market, and had to come up with a bank of close to 15-20 flavors that we worked hard, that a user cannot still stop at one, but
Right.
hey, no guilt
Razia, I'm
snacking.
sorry. I think we've lost your video stream. Let me quickly just put you backstage and get you back, if that
Yeah.
helps. No, I think there's some network issue. I can hear you, but I can't see you. And if I see on LinkedIn as well, I don't think it's getting passed on to there. Would it be possible for you to join back?
No, sure, absolutely, I can. I mean,
Yes.
likewise, I can hear you, but I think your screen is very static, and
Right,
um,
right, right. I think there's some network problems. So yeah, if you could join back, then I think that might, we can try
we'll,
that.
we'll do that. Yeah.
Yes. All right, guys. We wait for Razia to come back. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can put them on YouTube comments or on LinkedIn comments, and I would get them up here. Yes, this is better. I think we're
I
back again.
can't, I can't see you on the screen now.
You can't see me?
No.
That is strange. Um, Let me check on LinkedIn if we're streaming again. Can you see me now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Um, any luck now? Because I can see on LinkedIn that our videos are streaming, but
I can't see you on screen. So do you recommend I join back?
um, we can, if it's okay for you, we can keep talking because I can see that on LinkedIn we're both getting streamed fine. So
Let's do it.
all right. Okay. So we've we were speaking about how you started, right? How did the first sale happen for Poptien, and what was that like? Who was the first
Well,
one to buy a popcorn?
actually, interestingly, my first sale was a B2B sale. Yeah, so once we
Nice.
had the product prototype in our hand, we kind of
Mm-hmm.
did a 90-day extensive product fitment drive. We took our product prototype to almost 480, 500 product testers via pop-ups across different fitness and lifestyle communities in Bangalore. And as
Right.
we were doing, my intent was to, of course, take active consumer feedback during the process of the build on the product, be it taste, texture, crunch, price, intent to buy. I think we were kind of in the background creating a lot of awareness for a product that was yet to be launched. So between September, October, November is when we were doing our pre-launch product fitment drives, and we officially launched the product in December.
Right.
But thanks to one of the pop-ups, I think Shein's marketing team kind of heard about us, spotted us, and they wanted to include Poptien in one of their creator meetups that they were doing across 3 cities. So my first sale actually was in the month of November, and it was for a bulk order of almost 200 packs for
Oh wow.
Shein. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Wow. First sale for 200 packs is very interesting. Is is for sure something which is
Oh,
uh,
it was very motivating, I must tell you.
I am sure. Yes. And what is your honest read on quick commerce? How is that? I think you've just started with quick commerce now, right? So what's your take on that? How has that experience been like?
Well, if I can be completely honest, I'd say quick commerce is a necessary evil to any D2C
Mhm.
founder
Right.
in today's world. Can't do, can't not do. But
Hmm.
what excites me about quick commerce is the scale of distribution, right? And its ability to kind of take your product to millions of households the fastest there is any other GTM that can do that for you. So we are very excited. I think as a strategy, we launched with retail first strategy. It's been a
Right.
hard months of executing on that, and we are already begun our journey on Amazon. We are available on Amazon across the country. We are going
Right.
live on Kit and Instamart next week. We finished our listing formalities and kind of prepping to take them live and be available. It is going to be a very interesting learning, I must say. Having done retail and online in a way in my previous experiences, quick commerce is something which I am both excited and anxious about because it's a very different model of business with a huge pressure on profitability and margin profile with this particular channel.
Right.
So prep to how we should leverage it, especially for a category that we are operating in. But yeah, I mean, it is something that is going to be an important part of Popteen's distribution strategy, and a chunk of it is going to be contributed from quick commerce as a platform.
Right, right. Yeah, very interesting. And was it hard for you to get onboarded? Like for a new founder, how should they go about it?
Well, it is a yeah, I mean, it is a journey in itself, I must say. I mean, especially there are a lot of conceptions in the market on how to do it, what are the right ways of doing it. There are so many sources of misinformation as well. So it could be a little confusing when you're starting to navigate it for yourself. But
Right,
I think it was a mixed bag for us. One, because we have already pre-established our product in retail as a GTM and available across more than 100 plus retail doors. We also retail out of gyms and cafes in Bangalore with our own WhatsApp
right.
ordering system. I think we got their attention without much effort. So the whole onboarding process itself took us, I would say, anywhere between 1.5 to 2 months from the time we got approached to filling their entire
Right.
onboarding form. That could be a little daunting because there's so much of back and forth. But but I would say that. Knowing what, when, who, and how is going to be very important. So I kind of tapped
Hmm.
into a lot of factors who are already operating on quick commerce. So it kind of
Right,
became a guided journey for me in that way to kind of
right.
navigate the whole quick commerce onboarding process. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it could have been easier for brands, I must say.
Hmm.
But
Right. It's a journey in itself, I think, which every brand needs to take. And yeah, as you said, it's a necessary evil. You need to do. I think quick commerce has recently also overtaking Amazon. Like I've at least, I don't know whether what are the stats, but at least for me, there are so many times when when I look at something in Amazon and I like, okay, it's going to take me like 2 days to deliver. Let's just link it or Zepto it, whatever. But yeah, like that's as a small brand, it gets hard, right? It's not easy to get. But in your case, what has been in the last one uh, a little more than 1 year, uh, since you left your job till now, what has been a difficult journey for you? Like, has it been onboarding on quick commerce? Has it been working with the product, or getting sales? What has been the most difficult part for you?
uh, can I tell you the top three?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, cracking manufacturing comes first, I
Correct.
say, and it was something that was an unknown territory for me, especially popcorn as a category. It's hard to find manufacturers in India.
Right.
Uh, of course, there are commercial popcorn manufacturers, but because of the scale and the nature of their manufacturing, it was extremely tough and impossible for me to find a manufacturer who fits and delivers the entire clean snack format for popcorn, right?
Hmm.
In fact, I had a whole learning process for myself. Like any D2C founder, I said, okay, I know what the product needs to be, what's the mission, how to make it. Let's go find
Right.
a contract manufacturer, and that's how any D2C brand gets started.
Correct.
We found one. We thought, okay, it's good. We found one, and we as we
Right.
started working with the manufacturer, I think we kind of realized that he was not understanding the importance and the whole process of manufacturing a clean label snack, right? Especially
Correct.
product, the very stringent SOPs that we had to operate in, right from how our raw ingredients were stored to the kind of temperature our product was getting packaged in. So there was very
Right.
stringent SOP we kind of expected our manufacturer to kind of adhere to. Unfortunately, as I started working with him during our pre-launch stage, we kind of realized it was a partnership that was not something that he was geared to do because
Hmm.
for a lot of Indian manufacturers, I think clean snack manufacturing is a little hard, right? Because it means a change in terms of how they have been operating for years. Um,
Right.
Fortunately, I had time on my side, and because I was in a pre-launch stage of my product, I kind of had to make the hard decision of setting up my own little manufacturing unit. So right now, Poptien has its own manufacturing facility in Bangalore, and we own the entire product life cycle from product development, R&D, recipe till manufacturing to packaging. So I must say that has been the hardest for me to kind of crack because literally I had to visit markets in Noida and Coimbatore to kind of pick
Hmm.
the kind of machinery that worked for us. So building up a unit, however big or small, for manufacturing can
Right.
really be an overwhelming experience, especially if you do not belong and haven't had any prior experience in it. So I would say that was the hardest part.
Yeah, that's of course. And do you think being a woman entrepreneur makes it more difficult?
Yes and no. But I've navigated this enough in my 20 years of career. So if
Right.
uh, it is
You know
me
the
to
game.
navigate it, yeah,
Right,
that's
because
true.
I remember when my wife, I think this is back in 2019. She was building a toys D2C brand back then. Um, Later, of course, later it got after COVID. We could not survive it, but like it was her baby. I was not involved at all, but. And we were in Bangalore. We were based out of Baswangudi, and when she used to go and find suppliers around Karnataka, and they used to say ki sir ko bulao aap, matlab, like, or like usually in English, like call sir, like don't call, what are you doing here. So she had a tough time, I remember, and she used to be like really irritated. She was like that, like what what is this, why do I need you to close a deal for me, like. And but yeah, I'm happy that I think, also in the last 5 years, that has also changed. I think the psychology of retailers and of vendors and of suppliers has also now evolved. Evolved more in the south. I think north is catching up, but I'm happy that you've been able to navigate it. And yeah, I think, Raja, in the last one year since you've launched, um, a lot has changed versus 5 years ago, right? Like there's like AI tools now actually exist, and earlier it was all hype, and now I think people have been really using it on a daily
Yeah.
basis, right? They exist, they are useful. So building a brand from zero, in an environment where AI tools actually help, can but, like, what has that experience been like? Like, is it what do you think it's all hype, and or do you think you've actually been able to leverage the use of AI to maybe generate more revenue, faster time to market, better marketing? How has your experience been with AI? Because of course you don't have, like, AI tools are expensive, whatever said and done, right? Like even the smallest tool would ask for like $30-40 a month. If you're using 10 tools, that's $400 a month. So how do you navigate that?
No, firstly, AI is not hype. It's as real as it gets. And a lot of organizations, big, small, micro, everybody are finding its leverage in how they run their business, right? And that's
Right.
a given. And I'm very excited for, and I also know for a fact that it's only going to get more rampant, right? By empowering people with a lot more efficiency and a knowledge that potentially didn't exist a few years back. So AI is definitely here, and it's here for good. Uh, Let me give you an example, right? And I have done marketing for a living for
Right.
almost 2 decades now. Um, and typically, a brand building or a marketing campaign building cycle used to take anywhere between 30 to 90 days, depending on what your marketing objective is. Whether it could be as simple as creating a logo, to kind of testing colors, user psychology,
Right.
to designing of it through creative agencies, again, testing it and having perfected a template and so on and so forth. I think thanks to AI, this whole cycle has compressed from days to
Right.
right? I mean, I have personally witnessed this, right? And I have been part of marketing agencies or advertising agencies for the initial 5 to 7 years of my career, and trust me, I have seen it being done the old-fashioned way, and I'm just confused. At how it is getting done today. So glad and fortunate to be having seen both the spectrums of how it gets done.
Right.
Coming to how we are leveraging, we are still a small startup, but the first function in my company where AI gets fully leveraged is marketing, right?
Hmm.
We use a lot of digging into real time consumer behavioral insights from social media, commerce platforms, and kind of use those insights to create hyper targeted content to build our communities in our own small way on Instagram. In fact, this is how we were able to actually be available and shown to consumers even before they started searching for Poptien. Kind of helped
Right.
us initial stage of top of the funnel campaigns, right?
Right.
And as we're going live on quick commerce platforms, we're also beginning our performance marketing initiatives. So super excited about how our teams can now leverage the next gen of agentic AI, especially
Right.
into delivering deeper consumer insights. What personally excites me is now that we are sitting on 3 months live data, sales data of being
Hmm.
operational in a market like Bangalore,
Right.
and with quick commerce platform presence, the behavioral and user insights, I'm really kind of excited to see how we can leverage deeper data sets that kind of gives me predictive modeling on how to expand into newer markets, right? And right now I'm at
Hmm.
a stage of scaling. We are moving beyond Bangalore into markets like Kerala, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. So we are right now repping on the data sets that we were able to build with our retail business so far to be able to put them into concrete models which will help us give ready user insights as we scale into newer markets.
Right, right. Yeah, I think yeah, that's solid. I think now that you know what's selling, how is it selling, and what are people actually looking for, you can leverage AI much more versus when you're just starting out, right? And of course, marketing functions are really the first ones to which can be I would say improved using AI, and you can have a faster time to market. And yeah, I think agentic commerce in general is looming. You're very right on that. Thank you, Razia. So we just have one small round left. It's a rapid fire round. So basically, I'll ask you questions and you need to reply in a word or two. As the smaller the answer, the better. So and they're
Am I
very
winning
simple.
some?
I'm sorry.
Am I winning something, Rachel?
I can I'll have to I can send you some chai for sure.
Love that. Okay, let's do this.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's start. So one brand in India that you genuinely respect other than Profuel.
I mean, a lot, but I really like the legacy brand Haldiram.
Wow.
A lot. Because, yeah, short answer, right? Haldiram's.
Right, right, super. We will come to the because later. What do you think of the protein snack category in 5 years? Will it be more crowded with everyone entering, or will it be more consolidated with a couple of winners?
A mix of both.
Hmm, interesting. Um, Dell versus AMD.
Dead.
Oh wow. WhatsApp commerce versus quick commerce, which matters more today for you?
Quick commerce.
Amazing. And your honest review of your own product.
Well, addictive.
Amazing. And the founder you would most like to have chai with.
I don't know he likes chai or not, but I definitely like to meet Mr. Kiran Shah, of course.
Right. Super. And biggest myth about entrepreneurship that you believed before you started.
that you have to have prior experience in that category.
Super. If you had to pick one city apart from Bangalore, which one would that be?
For what?
For Poptien. For Poptien.
For Poptien, Mumbai.
Super. That's where my wife is from. So I love same love for Mumbai. Last question. The hardest thing about leaving a corporate career.
The paycheck that hits you before the first of every month. The
Of course.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, thank you, Razia. It has been lovely hosting you today. I think there today we've faced a lot of connectivity issues, but I'm happy that we've managed to to cover most of the things which I wanted to. For our viewers, if you got lost in between or there was some connection, we'll be re-uploading the same the same video again with better quality. So do subscribe to us, and you can view that. But yeah, Razia, thank you. It was a lovely conversation today, and you've given us very good insights on what is it building from 0 to 1 and starting out. And I really loved the episode, and the fact that you're connecting popcorn to protein deficiency is very, very interesting. um, um, if I think you're now available on Blinkit and on Instamart, is that correct?
Yes.
Super, super. So for our viewers, if you want to find Popteen, you can find them on Amazon, on Blinkit, and on Instamart. Please follow Razia on LinkedIn and Popteen on Instagram. That's where I found them. She's building in public, which is worth watching completely. And if you tried their popcorns, please let us know what you think. If this episode added something to your week, please share it with at least one founder who needs to hear it. This is Chanet, and I was your host, Rachit Magan. And once again, thank you, Razia, for joining in and for your time today.
It is my pleasure chatting with you. And thank you for the last bit on marketing for Popteen. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.